Another classic Hanukkah treat is the jelly donut, a tradition that started in Israel but is now just as much a part of the American Hanukkah experience. Next, we'll be talking about gifts for mom that are the pinnacle of high fashion. But when is a donut a fashion accessory? When it's made by the Doughnut Plant and its owner Mark Isreal, the only food item to be considered a must-buy in Vogue magazine. The sweet rings that come out of the Doughnut Plant are the subject of raving reviews in the New York Times and most other publications of note. We stopped by the Doughnut Plant's headquarters in Manhattan's super hip Lower East Side to see what he has in store for Hanukkah.
Hi, I'm Mark Isreal here at the Doughnut Plant, where we're creating a new tradition with the square jelly donut for Hanukkah.
Donuts in a square? That's right. And thanks to the unusual shape and super secret filling technique, that means there's the same amount of jelly in every bite.
Everybody has a jelly donut that's round with a big blob of jelly in the middle. So you're like eating through all this dough until you get to the jelly. And I wanted to get a jelly donut that had jelly throughout the whole donut, and with every bite you got some jelly.
And besides being functional and delicious, there's also a reason for the square shape.
The shape of the donut is very similar to a nut on a bolt. For me, that's like so great because the name of the business, Doughnut Plant, is kind of industrial.
Mark is known as an artist of donuts, taking many months to perfect a donut before he makes it available to the buying public. For his jelly donuts, he spent 1.5 years developing the final recipe.
I didn't really just want to copy what everybody else was doing, So, it is a traditional donut. It's just done in my own way, in our own style.
And for Mark, part of doing things his own way means flaunting his Jewish heritage.
Here at the Doughnut Plant, we wear our bandana yarmulkes here. Bonifacio and I, we wear our bandana yarmulkes.
All joking aside, the Doughnut Plant even keeps 2 different menorahs in its storefront.
One of them, one of my customers brought me for a present.
Mark's Israeli customers especially love his jelly donuts.
And they eat our donuts and say they have the taste and the texture of Israeli donuts.
But the shape wasn't the only innovation that makes these donuts special. To begin with, the dough is made with all the freshest ingredients: organic, unbleached, and unbromated flour, organic sugar, and spring water.
So even though donuts are not thought of as a healthy thing, our donuts are the healthiest they can be.
They're even fried using a technique that leaves the dough light and airy without grease.
And if you're frying it at the right temperature and the right timing and everything, you can make it so it's not oily or greasy. I mean, look at that. It's not one bit of grease in there.
Mark even makes his own homemade jelly using fresh seasonal ingredients.
Right now we're making cranberry jelly. This jelly has more fruit and less sugar and more delicious.
Taking just as much care with what goes outside the donut as with what goes inside, Mark forgoes the traditional powdered sugar dusting and instead makes his own glazes, using the freshest and most innovative ingredients. The vanilla bean glaze is made with 3 different types of vanilla beans, and the peanut butter glaze is made with fresh peanuts that come right from the farm and that are roasted right at the Doughnut Plant.
It's probably the donut that I eat the most. It reminds me of all my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in my brown bag lunch my mother used to pack me for school.
So in the end, you've got one amazing jelly donut.
I'll break it again. Jelly through the whole donut. Jelly in every bite. So good. Just like Hanukkah. The new tradition in Hanukkah. Square jelly donuts.